I think that as a senior leader in any organisation, you can become a bit dogged and a bit, one-dimensional in your own views. And quite often, obviously, people don't tell you the truth. They'll only tell you sometimes what you want to hear. So I think having the opportunity to have coaching that perhaps unlocks things that perhaps you didn't actually even think of before is what gives you the edge. So that's what I found particularly of benefit, and what I found really, really useful to me in all of my coaching that I've had over this last couple of years.
In terms of the sessions, I like that there's, the conversations, there's, we don't have a specific agenda. I think the structure we have in our preparation sessions in terms of the questions and the answers, and I see that as being the platform, to kind of, table a discussion in these sessions. So I really, like how they're not, they're not specifically led always by yourself. Sometimes I lead the conversation and you ask questions, and then and vice versa. And then from that, I think it's really, because it's so fluid, I find myself more engaged as opposed to just if you compare it to just sitting into a meeting and you run through an agenda and so forth. So I find that my engagement is a lot higher in my sessions with you, and then I'm able to extract more value by taking the key messages that are delivered and applying them outside, particularly around the ones we spoke about on control and value, and express values, and feedback and culture is a big one.
So even I told you many times those situations, you always turn it around, Sanjeev, how you would think when you are in that position. So that immediately changes the perspective. So I think in your coaching sessions, while you are focusing on those 10% areas which could be the blind spots or opportunities for us, you also put yourself into our shoes whenever you are talking to us, so that our acceptance of those is much higher. We don't consider it as a complaint, but as an opportunity.
But then I think where I had really found it helpful in interacting with you is always getting that particular viewpoint, which I have looked at things from your lens, your expertise. And as I said earlier, I've always walked away with something, at least, which I can say, I had a useful conversation. I had a useful insight and input from your side that has really helped me, manage that particular scenario in a much better way that I would have done probably otherwise. So these engagements and your support, has been great. Has been very useful, and I think it has, really assisted me in my journey in the last 12 months.